Parsby. We had a call.
Chances are we are going to be outside of the fence, spraying water,
right.
Fill the tank, and wait for one of you guys to get here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't live far. I'd be the first one here.
All right.
You can about see my house from here. If there weren't trees in the way, you could. Right across the field over here. I live on Great Road.
Oh, okay.
But since 2011, you know, they made the NFPA made the mandatory requirements in 2011. It required internal valves, excess flow valves, you know, ESVs, and since then these things really are pretty safe. You know, there's the biggest thing, the biggest chance of a release for us is probably somebody pulling away with a hose connected. And Ferrell gas has our drivers, our bobtail drivers have a lanyard, a little bit smaller lanyard than what you got on, that they have to put over their fill, the truck fill pipe, and then hook the hose on. So there's no way to have a key. And without unconnecting that doesn't mean it doesn't happen across the country from now. You know, we had one in Forsyth here not too long ago that, even though we preached that, I mean, they know he lost his job over it, but it still could happen. But in that case, you know, this is a smart case also that has a clapper in here, but it doesn't always work. These are made to break. That's why they come up for a point here, breakaway point. But this cable is going to come off, and it's going to pull this hairline, and then that's going to snap any of these valves here shut. Let me charge that. They don't even have it on. It's charged with nitrogen, which is inert, so we don't have that issue. And then we've got on our hoses, you know, we've got ESVs, emergency shutoff valves, and then we've got internal valves on both liquid lines that are ESVs. So they would shut in case of a fire, obviously. A fire under here, then a melt tubing, going to make those shut. There's a shutoff over here, and then as you're running out, you know, and obviously that's what we're going to do. Whether you're, you know, you've been in propane for 20 years or you're new, something happens, that's natural reaction, and that's what we want to do. Is get ourselves, you know, get employees, get people out of the way of harm, and then get you guys in here and figure out what we got to do from there. But so there is a shut off over there also on the way out, which either one of those buttons, and once a month I have to come in time and make sure that it shuts it, and within 40 seconds all of these internals, all these ESVs should shut within 40 seconds.
Is it 70,000 gallons?
30,000. Well, it's 30,000 gallon water capacity. 80-85% is about all they should ever put in it. And that brings another point, that another possible release for us would be, because piping, I mean, everything is, as long as everything works the way it's designed to work, this is a pretty safe setup. But another possible release for us would be a transport driver, 8-cord transport, come in here and stuff this thing full on a 100-degree day or 110-degree day, and because they don't want to split load somewhere else, and they were told to bring a load here, they don't want to take 5,000 gallons to Reed Spring or something, and so they stuff it in here. And then you've got your relief valves, you know, your 3 stacks on top, and that would relieve pressure. They pop off. That's a scenario that, you know, probably, especially you need to spray water on it, cool the tank on a hot day like that, and then get a hold of us. We've got numbers posted on this fence and that fence up there would be closed if we're not open. And we've got emergency contact numbers. Cool the tank till one of us gets here and we can get some trucks loaded or, you know, get some product out of it. But they should relieve, and then once they relieve pressure, shut back down.
Like, if something does happen here, you know, catastrophic, and you've got people in those offices, is that one way in, or is that another exit there? Are there any exits on the other side?
There's an exit up those stairs. Just
okay.
a walk-through gate.
No, I mean from inside.
From inside, nothing.
They've got to come out.
They've got to come out. And that's our office there. That's our local office.
So that's the only door?
And that's the only door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is just all storage, warehouse type. There's never, I mean, there's guys in there once in a while, but they're in there to grab something.
Okay.
But Sherry is in there, and possibly customers could be in there at any time.
Okay.
But that's the only way in or out of those. The upstairs offices don't have, there's no stairs. The guy who built the building was cheap.
Are these things filled or empty or locked?
These three here are all the cylinders. Yeah. They're kind of hit and miss match. Some are empty, some are full. We run a delivery route, a forklift delivery route every day, and so that truck could have, well, I guess it won't have much on it, but it could have some full, some empty, and the same with those cylinders on the dock.
And you fill off the dock?
Yeah, and we can go over and I'll show you that. It runs off of this pump. Same thing. There's a shut off right there at the stairs coming down off of that. A button just like this, and it does the same thing that any of these buttons do. Okay. Shuts it all down. So if that's hit, you know, it closes internals. So other than that, you know, it's everything. All the electrical obviously is classified area. It's all explosion proof. And Missouri's pretty fortunate. You know, we give them a bad time, but we've got the Missouri Gas Commission that does a pretty good job of inspecting. Up until about 5 years ago when they formed that commission, we really didn't have any inspections. But he comes around and he'll let us know if something's out of code or signs faded, something we didn't catch. He's all over it.